Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy DeAndre Swanson coming to you live once again from the Oval Office from the Sanctuary. And today is a monumental day because I have a very special guest. This gentleman right here worked with me at the Forest Hill Youth Center for a number of years. And quite literally, he's helped me raise my two boys and help shape them into men, along with many other young people. In addition to that, my man, fully commissioned officer in the United States Army. I tried to say he was a second lieutenant. My dude tapped me on the chest and was like, no, I'm a captain now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Dominic Mucker. Dom, say what's up to the people out there. So today's going to be special, man. Today's going to be special because I had the idea, the homie's about to actually leave. Yeah. PCSing and heading down to, where you headed to? El Paso. To El Paso down in Texas. So it'll be a little bit closer to home, be a little bit more easier to reach out and touch. But I really wanted to take this opportunity to have him come up and speak and offer some like-mindedness for the people who don't know. Is there anything you want to tell the people about yourself real quick?
Just
before I start popping off with my question.
Oklahoma guy from Lawton, Oklahoma. Born and raised here my whole life. Nothing special about me outside of, meeting incredible people and being influenced by them. So, if anything, I just say that any path that I've taken or anything that I've achieved or anything that I've strived to do with the encouragement and the support of my friends and family, anybody out there is totally capable of doing the same.
100%. So that's what we try to do. So we want to try to be inspirational. Now, I want to take you back to a time when things weren't so good. There was actually a time I remember we were playing basketball.
Oh man!
and I think I almost knocked my ID off. So we had a little disagreement. You remember this, right?
Yeah.
And I think that this was so dope because you were kind of going through some things that I could tell, our little issue was what it was, but there were other things, some ancillary stuff that was going on, some peripheral stuff that was happening in your life that really had you down and really had you mad. Now, I would like, and this is what I wanted to do, and why I just really appreciate, because I've never seen too many people, man, and I want to express this to you in front of the world, bro, who have felt cornered, felt trapped, felt like they're not where they want to be or where they need to be in life. And man, you put your head down, you put your nose down, bro, and you went and dug it up out the mud. Okay? Can you explain to us some of the things that allow for you to be able to kind of overcome some of the interpersonal things that you were struggling with, and how you were able to rebound and now be a married man and a father and all that, and a homeowner and all that good kind of stuff. Come on, talk to us, man.
Yeah, as Swanson alluded to, there was a time where I felt like I was down and out, man. Like, I know everybody's been there before, but when people tell you that you have potential, people tell you that you're somebody they look up to, and then you don't even meet the goals in your mind, it is devastating mentally. And I struggled with that dissonance. It was something that I couldn't really fathom, that I had worked so hard. In some ways, I felt that I worked so hard, and the results that I yielded were essentially empty. It was like Swanson alluded. I never had a problem with my brother. He was always my brother, But the issues I was going through interpersonally bled into that situation. It caused me to act out in a way that I wasn't proud of, and we always talk about it and laugh now.
Yeah, we laugh now. Yeah, it wasn't funny at the time.
At the time, it was terrible.
Because you a big old son of a gun, but I was gonna look. We was gonna get to that.
And listen, that, man.
And really, if we really want to be honest, you were mad because I was busting you.
Oh my gosh!
Let's tell the truth. It just is what it is.
We all have our days.
He was getting towed up. So,
we all have our days. So Swanson's on his own, But hey, honestly, that was the case. And being in that deep darkness mentally, you're unable to see, the light ahead of you. And it was important for me to be surrounded by supportive people. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Nolo. Those guys. When I was down and out, those guys picked me up, under my arms and helped me walk forward mentally, emotionally. And picked me up socially too, So I remember they took me out for my birthday, and it was like a weight off my shoulders. I was like, man,
Cowboys game, yeah,
Eagles. Anyway, but we went to a Cowboys game, but that was one of those situations where like I was so grateful. I didn't have words because my brother saw where I was at, and they decided to reach down and pick me up. You know,
Yeah, man, and that's what it's about.
Indeed.
Yeah,
And being in those situations, it's important to see outside yourself. Oftentimes, when we face challenges, we only see it from where we are, and it's important to reflect on where you've been and what you've already overcome, because those are the skills and the tools you'll use to keep pushing forward and develop new skills to continue to push forward and develop and overcome. At that time, I had discounted all the things that I had truly achieved and overcome because I had a goal in mind and it wasn't reached. But what I wasn't realizing is that every day I was putting one step in front of another.
Yeah.
Every day I was making progress, however incremental it was. And that's something that I honestly say that I learned lessons over and over in life because I get through a barrier and I forget, and then I go through something and I have to remember. So it's just like most of us have these smart watches or, tachometers or whatever the case is to count your steps. One step isn't much, but at the end of the day, when you reach 10,000, there's no perspective on how you got there. You've done a lot during that day. So it's important to remember that each day, each moment, each step is a moment in that journey that you're going somewhere. And regardless of where you are now, you can be where you want to be. You just have to continue to step forward. And that's what I did. I felt like I met so much adversity.
Yeah.
And the world was against me, I felt like. But in reality, I was being built, being molded, being shaped, being melded to be able to face whatever was before me. And that adversity was kind of what helped me garner that success. So
100%. Yeah. I appreciate. So check this out too. So the passport to manhood thing we did. This gentleman sat in with me when we would talk to young men about character. If you look up around the room, you see I got the 6 pillars up. Yeah. I'm gonna put you on the spot without cheating, without.
Oh my God!
What are the 6 pillars of character?
We got integrity, citizenship, is duty. Responsibility. So you gonna make me mess up with the Army values?
Okay.
I'm a line.
Okay. So it's all. So we got respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship.
There we go.
Okay, those are the 6 pillars of character. We talk about them. I try to live by those. Yeah. In addition to, we also share our faith with each other, which is another very vital aspect. Of our friendship, we pray for each other.
Iron sharpens iron.
Man, iron sharpens iron. 100%. So real quick before we get out of here. What I would like for you to do is expound on or explain a little bit about some of the values and the character of what it takes to be successful as a military man. We definitely have a little bit of that. I don't want to call it militant type of makeup, but we definitely have to carry ourselves a little differently. As young men of color, especially, I think that's one thing that we have always tried to kind of preach and pay forward to the people behind us, and that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate you and Isaac and Nolan and all the other guys out there who have ever had a hand in dealing with me or my kids. Just that accountability factor of how you're supposed to carry yourself, how a man is supposed to deal with himself. So how has now, on the other side of this thing, having reached some of the success, you got a nice new whip with the MF Doom on there. You got a mortgage, and you're married to a beautiful young lady, and you have a beautiful son. Like what still keeps you going? What still keeps you motivated?
Just what keeps me going and motivated. Number 1 is my family, and number 2 is understanding that I've been charged with a job, being a father and being a husband, to ensure that their livelihoods are taken care of. So in my mind, I think that we've come to a place of somewhat abundance, but there's still much more to go because I have to prepare for the future. I have to prepare for the lessons I'm gonna teach my son. I have to be a man of character because in order to be an example, I have to live those values.
100%.
And I know that he's watching me at all times. So how I react, how I behave, I never want to be a hypocrite. So
yeah, word.
Although I fail daily. I try my best to realign to that vision that I have for myself and realign for what I want my son to be, what type of husband I want to be, what type of man I'm trying to be. And it pays dividends when I do hear that feedback that I'm somebody, whether it's at work, that they aspire to be like, or that they see qualities in me that they aspire to have, or they're like, man, at the time it was Lieutenant Mucker, you do this, you do that. And I just think the road travel was not easy, but it helped me be who you see. Yeah. And if you continue to set your mind to be those things, usually you'll achieve it. Now, I don't want this to be some type of like, oh man, I'm doing all these great things, because honestly, like I said, I fail daily. I'm challenged by the tasks put in front of me all the time, and honestly, it's not easy for me. It definitely isn't. But I know that if I continue to try, if I continue to be the best that I can be, if I continue to draw from the people around me that I see greatness in, if I reach back and be like, yo, Swan, give me a word. Or how would you handle this? I pull from the community, I pull from my family, I pull from people that love me. And I put those pieces together like Iron Man, and put my suit on and move out. So that's kind of how I do it. So that's my perspective, and that's how I go about it. I'm constantly still looking up to my brother Isaac, to my brother Nolan, to my brother Swan. Like, you guys are doing things that I want to do. You're the type of guy I want to be. How he inspires people. I always tell him, Swan, I can do what you do in some respects, but you got something that I don't.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
I explain it like this. And I've used this example many times, maybe even at work. Oftentimes there's a tool. You can use a tool for a job and get it accomplished. It's not really meant for that. So, I have a screwdriver. I might use a butter knife,
Yeah.
But that screwdriver is what's meant for that job. And I feel like that's what you are in this aspect in the community. And you've been able to galvanize so many hearts and minds in a way that is intrinsic to you. It's truly a gift. And I want to give you your flowers too, man. It's truly a gift.
I appreciate that.
You'll be forever remembered and touch people's hearts and minds. So
I appreciate that.
You guys enjoy and utilize what you have while it's here, because you never know. I feel like somebody as special as him, God might pluck him out of the situation and throw him somewhere else.
Man, I sure hope so.
Why he's here,
and it could be like 6-7 figures on the other end of it.
You never know.
That. God, you heard that? No, but very seriously, man, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Yeah. I love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
You know what it is, and we always try to we just trying to be good men, man. At the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I think if we make God proud, we make our families proud, man, we've done our job. All right, we're gonna holler at y'all. We love y'all.
Peace.